I'm Barbara Grove from Federal Insurance Brokers. We are based in Paarl, in a very nice office building. And yeah, we've got clients countrywide in South Africa, from Pretoria, Durban, the Karoo, at the sea, West Coast, South Coast, everywhere. And so we have a personal lines, we have business and small businesses and larger businesses. Body corporates, we have a lot of like contractors, all risk policies and special risk policies and small transport policies. And yeah, we don't say no for any business. I want to take care of people. I want to help you. So I will always go out of my way to assist someone. You have to have control of your environment, and your work must be organized. If you don't have a system, a filing system and a diarizing system and taking notes, and definitely I don't do anything on a policy unless I have it in writing. So I will definitely make sure that everything is on paper, or I can trace back or diarize back. Most of our clients, normally they say, I'm so happy we've met you. I'm so happy my insurance is with you. I've got clients that started with us in 2004. So yeah, I get the children's insurance now. So I've got the parents now, the children's that's grown up. Most of my business is from referrals. We don't have an advertising campaign somewhere. So it's basically from serving our clients, and then they tell them, or their friends or their parents or whatever. So that is the only way we get referrals since we started. The lady who's doing the claims must be very not too emotional because the people, when they do claim, they're not normally in the best place. So you have to have someone that can bring the stress level down and tell them, I can hear you have a problem. Let's see how we can assist you. The receptionist must be a friendly one that's I'm always here for you. Yes, sir. No, sir. You have to work in the industry to gain knowledge of the industry. I think what you learn on paper and doing in practice is not comparable. If someone new starts with me, I tell them, you can work here. I'm not going to tell you this and this and this and this and this. You're just going to listen what's going on in the office, and you will see 3 months later, you will know what's going on. You will know a lot more about insurance than you did before you started here. And then they look at me like, okay. And 3 months later, I will check up on them. I will ask them, what is house contents? What is this? What is this? What is that? How does this work? And they will be able to answer me. And they are sometimes amazed at what they've learned. And I've also had a lady once who was working with us for 3 years, and then she got married and she moved to another town, and she phoned me afterwards and she said, Barbara, just thank you, thank you, thank you. I have not realized how much I have learned in the time I have been working with you. It's by doing you learn. That's what I believe. When I also started, I didn't know anything about insurance, and I had a lady, Doris was her name. And every time a client phoned, I phone Doris. Doris, this client wants to add a vehicle on this policy. What do I need to do? Please help me. So she helped me a lot. And yeah, like I said, doing the work, I learned a lot about the industry. Yeah, so I don't even know what the surname is, but yeah, at that time we were based in Pretoria, and when I had a problem, I just found Doris, and Doris assisted me. So we built a relationship. It was like a friendship almost. I don't know how she looks, and I don't know if she knows about me anymore. I think she doesn't even work with Old Mutual anymore. It was many years ago. And yeah, I have a sister-in-law that's also a broker. So if I have a problem with a client and I don't know what to do, I can always go to her. So she has been a mentor to me, and I could rely on her helping me without trying to get the business for herself. So she would really assist me in the best way she can to help me to get the client. And yeah, so we've got a nice relationship. And she's like my sister anyway. So we do the same work and we discuss like problems. So I have a good support system from her side. There's a lot of Insure talk. They host a lot of webinars and Old Mutual also. And we try to join all of them when possible. I have done so many, and they have a wide variety of themes and topics that they do, and a lot of it is about all this flooding and the load shedding claims, and also the new technologies and how insurance is going to change in the future. The one that we did now last week was a lot about what insurance is going to look out like in the future. It's going to change a lot because of all this flooding and all this weather. You can't control it. So I can't say no for a client. You can't claim if you had a national a disaster strike, like the floodings now, or the storms and the hail damage and fires, and don't know what else is, and the load shedding. We don't have control over that. So we just keep on in touch with all this webinars. I know basically which clients is based where. So when we hear over the news there was a flood, there might be claims coming in from that side. You have to know what's going on to help them. And yes, you have to have passion for other people and what's happening with them, and how I'm putting myself into their shoes. How would I feel in that situation if this happened to me? And what will I need from someone to make it a bit better? So yeah, I focus a lot on helping them more than possible. But at the moment, the biggest problem is the premiums that keep on increasing, and the increase is hectic. So I really it feels like I'm just putting out fires everywhere. It's really daunting and challenging to keep your clients happy at the moment. And also the premiums, the increases and the claims. I mean, like I said, they don't have control over the damage that was caused due to landslide or the weather or whatsoever. And also the load shedding, that's also a big problem. So at the moment, the load shedding is also, they're complaining about the excesses of that section. And it's just, that makes it a bit difficult. And the main thing is the load shedding and the premium increases, and will they still have cover, and what will happen if that happen, and so on. But yeah, then we just talk through it. And if I need to get advice from the insurance company, I will contact my contact person and I will ask them, listen, this client is a bit concerned about the load shedding. What will happen? How long will it take? What? And I will reassure them. Well, some of them have my personal number, which is not always a good thing. So they will contact me personally and ask me questions, but on WhatsApp. So they do respect that it's my private phone, and I've told them I will answer you. If I don't answer you, I am busy, but I will answer you as soon as possible. And if something happens, I can communicate with the ladies. Let's say I'm not at the office, and I will communicate to the ladies at the office and ask them, can you follow up on this? Can you find this client, WhatsApp this client, email this client, this one is buying a car, please can you get the outstanding information and send it to me, and then I will work from home, let's say, and add a vehicle. If it's a client that's decided at 4:00 on a Friday afternoon he's taking the delivery of a vehicle, then I have to move quickly. And also Old Mutual is working on the system, so I have been on Old Mutual system since the beginning of the beginning, since the system started. So I know the system very well, and I can access it from my cell phone also, and I can work any place, anywhere, anytime. The client was involved in an accident where a truck has made a U-turn in front of him, and there was no lights on the side, so he ran straight under the truck into the truck. So he found us, and he was like crying and upset and said, I'm stuck under a truck. And I was like, immediately, I was like, oh no. And my husband talked him through and the situation, just told him to stay calm. And we were talking to him until the medicals arrived, and we know he was taken care of. So that's after that, his claim was settled, everything was done. So yeah, but it was a very bad experience for us. I think it is very important because when you call a call center, they don't worry who you are, where you stay, what car you drive, what your excess is going to be. Most of the time, they won't even tell you what the excess is, and you don't have something to go back. So I've got a lot of clients who, with other insurance companies, have a policy, and when they had a claim, they didn't realize they must have a tracker because no one told them. They didn't realize that if someone else drives the car, there's going to be additional excess. They didn't realize you have so many hours to report or so many days to report your claim. So then the claim didn't pay out because he waited too long to report the case. I think it's very crucial to have a broker and someone that knows the industry also and that will go do that extra effort to show everything to you. So normally what I will do is I will do the policy and I will point out things that might be excluded or things that will be included or how you can save on your premium or when you do this or and also the record of advice letter always goes out with my new policies. It's almost like a summary or a mini summary of your policy because the people don't read the schedules. If it's more than one page, you can forget it. I will not read it. So your emails and your instructions and your information must be sweet and short. And I pick up that a lot of people don't read the documents and they don't understand it either. So if I don't go through that record of advice, which is a one page from my side, with all the cover that's included, your excess will show what is covered, your sum insured, and your premium. So if you tell me you didn't know what's going on, then you didn't read. So I make sure, and I will discuss it with them also and tell them, you must have a look at this, have a look at that. And I think that is one of the privileges of having a broker because the call centers if you go directly, you don't know. If you put your contents on a higher value, you will get more discount from your vehicles. Or if you increase your excess, your premium will go cheaper. And you don't know the products. You don't know about the Ubi Safe. And you don't know about the age difference in driving the car and so on. When we started out our business, obviously we had an agency with Old Mutual, Mutual and Federal at that stage. And we had a consultant that visited us quite often and keeping us up to date on changes and helped us where we were stuck with a premium maybe or a policy or a quote. So we always had a designated person, and I think that helped us quite a lot. And we know who to speak to. We've got a few relationships with certain people at Old Mutual that we know for many years. And I know if I have a problem who I can contact and they will assist me immediately. I've never had a problem where I had to do something and I had to wait for 2 days or a week for something. I get immediate replies. If I don't get an immediate reply from that person, I will go to the next one. And I will know that I'm looking for. The service is just outstanding. And so we managed to build quite a solid book with Old Mutual, and yeah, it's just easy. They are just easy. I can do my quotes easily. The system is basic and it's easy to understand. And they've put us when we were in Pretoria, we were one of the 10 brokers that started on the online system. So I've been working on that system since the day it started. And yeah, I know the system out of my head. Okay, this screen, you click this, you click this. So I just know Old Mutual. I feel safe with Old Mutual.